Question is Hillary on their side or just deceived?
I will say even, among Michelle Bachmann's own colleagues, for instance, on the Intelligence Committee in Congress, Mike Rogers, the chairman, for instance, John Boehner, the Speaker of the House, the leader of the party in the House, the Republican Party in the House, all came out and criticized her. You would expect, that the Democrats would criticize Michelle Bachmann for taking the lead and these other four courageous representatives. You might not expect that her own party would do so, but they did. They also criticized her. In the beginning, though, Hillary Clinton, as well as others, came to her defense, came to Huma Abedin's defense, and publicly spoke out in her defense. More recently, though, they're keeping a little more quiet. Some people have done fantastic research. I am the beneficiary. I didn't do all this research. I'm the beneficiary of it. Andrew McCarthy has been keeping up an absolute drumbeat of articles. So is Andrew Boston. And then, of course, the fantastic research work done by Walid Shoebat. And as these facts come tumbling out, and as I said, that bit about the King's book just yesterday appeared on Walid Shoebat's blog. So as these things continue to come out, it's becoming pretty obvious to other people, too, that there is something to this. And it's not just guilt by association, family members, which, by the way, let me put in a word here about the security clearance process. When you apply, when one applies for security clearance, one must fill out a very long form called the SF-86. And on that form must be listed all of your relatives, all of their addresses, all of their telephone numbers, all of their official, their professional positions, where they live, what they do, and what their affiliations are. That all has to be sent in to obtain a security clearance. Then it goes, after the investigation, to an adjudication board. The adjudication board decides we recommend, we do not recommend this person, and then the final decision about hiring or firing is with the potential employee. In this case, for Huma Abedin, that would mean initially the White House, where she was an intern, or now more recently with the State Department. But periodically, every so many years, about 5 or so, that has to be done all over again. Periodically, that has to be done again and again and again. So all of this stuff should have been in that process. And you are not, the granting of a security clearance is not a right. It is a privilege. And to be denied one does not necessarily mean that you, the person, the applicant, has done anything wrong. It may simply be that your relatives are considered to be affiliated with groups or organizations, and that the influence of the family on you and your decisions and your behavior, your activities with a security clearance, that they could exert undue influence on you because you're their daughter, you're their sister, or whatever. So that's the security clearance process. And to grant one is a privilege. And it doesn't mean if you don't get one that you've been bad or you've done something wrong. It simply means there is some reason for it, but it's not necessarily that you, the person, has done anything wrong. So people need to know that. Yes.